Hello and welcome to Talking Honey. I'm your host, Shelley Horton, and with me are relationship expert John Aiken.
Hello. Greetings.
9 Honey columnist Maria Thattil.
Hello, Shelley.
And 2GB breakfast host
How you doing?
Ben Fordham.
Hello. How are we all?
Welcome, gang.
Audio man, very
Good to
well.
see you all.
Very good to
I
see
feel
you.
great that you're here, Ben.
Great, thank
So
you.
do I.
sir.
He's so welcoming.
Well, team, we have got a viewer question that's already got my back up.
Yeah.
Be warned. Lisa has emailed in and she said, I've fallen in love with a man who has a dog and I hate dogs. Is this a deal breaker? Lisa, how can you not like dogs? Are you a serial killer? I love my 3 rescue dogs more than I like most humans. So I think not liking dogs is a deal breaker, but about you, not about the boyfriend. John, you
Whoa.
are the Married at First Sight relationship expert. Am I being too harsh?
No, look, I'm going to let you into a little secret. Sometimes when we are matching on Married at First Sight, we will look at animals and see whether both people are into them. So it is something
It is a
that
bonding thing.
plays
Last
a big
season.
role.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
in terms because there's so much to do with animals as well, in terms of compassion and playfulness and the times that you spend with them. So when you have someone who's an animal lover and the other person is not, it can be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Now, Maria, I know from your Instagram that you love your dog Axel.
Just a little.
What if your new girlfriend said no dogs?
Well, I'm going to be really honest. She probably wouldn't make it to girlfriend status.
Wow.
If she didn't like Axel. And let me tell you why. I feel like there's a very big difference between being indifferent to dogs and hating dogs.
Yeah.
They literally exist to love and protect you. So I feel like if you don't like dogs, one, that reflects your character in my books.
Oh.
But yeah.
But I thought
Shots
you were all
fired.
about diversity and diversity of opinion.
I am, but some things we do not compromise on,
We
my
getting a bit
friends.
judgy here, Ben?
We're getting
Yes.
a bit judgy.
But I think Maria might be a bit judgy against
But
people
hang
who
on.
aren't massive fans of dogs.
But there's not being a massive fan and then there's hating dogs. You hate something that has evolved to love you, to protect you. It's adapted with you. Are you a psychopath?
She mounts a
That's
pretty
my
good argument,
question.
doesn't she?
Now, Ben, I've actually had a word to your wife, Jodie.
Oh, yeah.
She said that she and the kids are all saying it's time for a dog and you're the one putting the brakes on. Where's the dog?
No, I'm not putting the brakes on. I respect Jodie's strength as a human being to make her own decisions about something like that. And if Jodie believes that we should get a dog, Jodie should get a dog for the family. But she doesn't
Why?
need
You
my
don't wanna
permission.
do
No,
any
she
of the
doesn't
work?
need. She doesn't need my permission to do something like that. Jodie can make that
love that.
decision. See, Maria loves that. You see?
I actually do.
Maria
No,
loves
I
that.
do. I do.
Right?
Because I wouldn't want someone to tell, I wouldn't want to ask someone
No, like
permission.
don't come
Like,
to me.
Yeah.
If you want to get a dog, get a dog.
Get a dog.
that-
Jodie, get the dog.
Does that mean you'll be walking the dog around the block?
I'd happily
Doggy
walk the
bags.
dog, but I won't go picking up after the dog.
That's, I knew it. I knew it.
Right, so
Yeah.
like, my theory
These
is
are the
that
ground rules.
there's a time, there's a time for that in our family and in our relationship. And while we've got a baby in nappies, that's not the time to be doing that in the backyard as well, if you know what I mean. So
You can only handle so much.
So is
yes,
Simply.
well, that's
You
true.
can only handle so much
Put that very, very delicately
eloquently.
and eloquently.
Okay, well, I actually have to almost contradict myself here, which you find never happens
Oh,
with
yeah,
me. But it was almost a deal breaker with Darren. Not because of a dog, he has a pet snake.
Oh.
So when we started dating 10 years ago,
tricky, that's a bit
I said to one of my girlfriends, I think I've met the love of my life, but he's got a pet snake, and I
Yeah.
think it's a deal breaker. She said to me, sweetheart, you're already divorced.
Yeah.
You're nearly 40.
Yeah.
You're either going to get an ex-wife and 3 kids or a snake. She
Go-
said, go the snake.
Go and play with his python.
So-
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the answer.
So Twiggy still
Don't you
lives
think?
with us now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you know.
Would a snake be a deal
Keep
breaker?
the man happy. Play with his python. You said it.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think it's got a lot to do with the values that people have around,
Yes.
whether it be a snake or a dog or a cat or whatever, and how much meaning they have. But if really you're attached to a dog and it's very valuable to you and it plays a major part in your life, then your love interest is going to have to get on board with that.
Yeah.
But is part of it about compromising in relationships?
Well, there are certain things that you compromise on. I just think with a dog, because there are so many things that you do with that dog and it plays such
Yeah.
an important role in your life that it is really no compromise. It is a deal
Yeah.
breaker.
I've had to fake it before. With a
Just
cat.
with dogs or with
No,
dogs?
with a cat.
Wow.
Because when I grew up, I mean, I've grown up now to really appreciate cats, but when I was young, we weren't a cat family, we were a dog family, so we didn't really, I wasn't a cat kind of guy, and I used to have nightmares about cats as a kid, so occasionally I'd meet a girl and she'd have a cat that she loved, and so I knew when I was going in to meet the cat,
Yeah.
you had to fake it a bit and
You had to
turn
be
it
like,
on
"Oh,
and
how
go, oh,
cute."
yeah.
Love it.
Because
Love it.
otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise she's making a judgment
Ooh,
call
yeah.
straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have room for this guy.
No.
What if
Yeah.
you're allergic?
That's
That
very,
different
that's
story?
valid. I think
That's
that's
valid?
valid.
That's an out.
You could, but you also there's
That'd be a
Telfast.
deal breaker.
Hello.
they
Pay
a
for the
sponsor?
tablet.
Take drugs and
Take
be...
some drugs and get
Yeah.
on with it.
So what's the wash
love
up
it.
to all of this, Shelley?
Basically, for me, the compromise was I had to put up with the pet snake, which is now 3 metres long, called Tweaky.
Are you ever worried it will turn on you? Like
I've
feel like
heard
with
the
a snake,
stories
it's a
where
bit
you
of a-
don't want to lie down next to a snake because they're sizing you up.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of that.
It's a
I
friendly
don't like
snake.
the snake. I don't play with the snake, but Darren does, and that's his thing, and he loves the snake,
Okay.
Tweaky. So that's fine. So Ben, deal breaker in your family? Will it have you ever had a deal breaker before in a relationship?
No, and there's plenty of deal breakers out there, but
But
I
not
think when
pets.
it comes to pets, if someone loves something enough,
Yeah.
you've got to respect it, you've got to work with it. Otherwise, you've got to weigh up, is this more important than the relationship?
Yeah.
What about if we forget pets? What if it's a deal breaker like, Maria, what if it's smoking or gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
There's.
height is
Or-
one that comes up often.
What?
Yes. When we're matching people,
Oh,
some people will
yeah,
say,
yeah,
I cannot
yeah.
be with someone who's shorter than me.
Yeah. That and you know what?
Is that legit though? Because I
Yes,
have a
it's very
girlfriend
legit.
who met her husband on Bumble, and she is a good half a foot taller than him. And she said she'd never date someone shorter than her. And I've never seen a couple more in love.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, are you going to... I think it depends on the person. I personally, things like that, height, how someone looks, how they present, I feel like that could be closing me off to a really good person. But there are certain things, like you mentioned before, gambling. I think if they're addicted to any kind of substances, I just can't do that. But also if someone is super untidy and dirty. And I mean like dirty,
wanna go
like
there.
dirty, crusty dishes in the sink and
Yep.
hair on the floor. Like,
Marie's not interested.
cannot do it.
What about someone that
So-
doesn't
Hair on the
bathe?
floor, you can't.
If somebody doesn't bathe, don't even contact me.
It's off.
Like,
It's off.
Yeah, it's all bets are off. So if you're clean, you're a dog
So
lover, you're a
OCD
kind,
clean
decent
freak over
person.
there.
Yes, I actually have higher OCD tendencies, so it's actually a thing with me. So if you're clean, you're a dog lover, you're a decent person, hit me up.
But what about dogs that shed?
Vacuum.
You can deal with that?
I've got Dyson.
Oh,
And, then,
and
there
they'll
you
be
go.
sponsoring our next project.
And there you go.
Well, Lisa, look, it went a bit awry here, but I'm just going to say to you, I'm happy to have you over to my place for dog sensitivity training, and you can learn to love dogs and your boyfriend. You can see more segments like this at 9honey.com.au, or if you have a question for the panel, please email us at 9honey.9.com.au.